What was the dumbest thing you ever did to try and impress a girl or guy? My senior year of high school, I told one of my best friends, who was also this sweet, beautiful, very in shape, football-playing boy, to throw the football as high as he possibly could and I would catch it. You know, to impress him and make him realize I was the girl of his dreams. He threw it high. I did not catch it. I did fracture my pointer finger when it bounced off my hands. Had to wear a friggin' finger cast to school for a few weeks and go to physical therapy. For my finger. He felt terrible. I felt like an idiot. He did buy me "I'm sorry" flowers though. So, that was nice. People at school thought my finger brace was hilarious, since I was constantly walking around giving a #1 hand gesture due to the brace. Everyone at school started giving me the #1 gesture when I walked by them. Good times. Did he realize you were a girl of his dreams though? We held hands at a Broadway show, then cuddled once during a movie. I literally saw fireworks. I was around 13, and I saw him once playing with karaokes. Don't know the English name, but this balls. So I decided to learn in order to impress him. I practiced almost every day, no matter the weather, and got 1,000 bruises, but I never got his attention beyond that one time he tried to steal my Discman. No regrets. Fun times. This past year I threw a fairly large college house party just so the guy I liked could attend. I didn't want to show him too much favoritism, so I tried to run around and talk to everyone as I was the main host. Luckily, my best friend kept him company and acted as my faithful wingwoman. The night ended with me and my crush talking outside, getting closer and closer, until he asked me if I threw the party for him. Even being drunk didn't soften the blow of straight awkwardness. I tried to laugh it off and deflect, but I'm a terrible actor, lol. Looking back, it was kind of obvious the entire party was an excuse to see him. And I now understand why I liked reading The Great Gatsby so much in high school. Can't locate the post, but on a similar post a guy commented that in elementary school he liked a girl with glasses, and didn't want her to feel like an outcast, so he would come home from school every day and stare right into a light bulb to try to damage his eyes and need glasses. Signed up for a French class in high school because a girl I like was in one. Turns out she was into me too, but my dumbass signed up for French 1 when she was already in it, and the following year she was in French 2. I was sitting all alone in French 1 in a class 1 didn't care about. Here you go. My time at church camp. When I was in 6th grade, my parents talked me into going to a week-long church camp. I knew, but didn't know personally any of the kids going, but they sold me that everyone would praise Jesus, ride horses, and have a good time. I decided to go. It was like a 6 hours drive in one of those big white vans. Quickly everyone started whipping out their CD cases and exchanging music, and I instantly was like, fuck. I only had 2 CDs. Britney Spears' Baby One More Time and Everclear. I was a really weird kid. Everyone was trying to talk to me about music, and I had honestly never heard of any of the bands they were talking about. I just wanted to jam some Britney to myself. So naturally, I went the elitist route. Said I had all of that music and I was listening to some new underground private shit they hadn't heard of. Once we get to camp, all I'm thinking is let's find some friends quick because I can't talk to these kids anymore. I go to the pool and make some friends with a few older kids. There were 3 girls, 2 guys, and me. They were all in 8th grade, so obviously they were really cool. Plus, I thought the girls were really hot. I figured this would be the best time, if any, to get my first kiss. We decide to leave the pool and walk around the camp till we all had to have a group meet up. The cabins were separated by grades, so they said they would walk by the 6th grade cabin and pick me up. First thing I do is put on my freshest outfit. Great time to break out my fresh white t-shirt. Can't forget my jean shorts. This was pre-faded denim, so this was the industrial bright blue jean shorts. It's summer in Texas, so I might as well top the outfit off with knee-high white socks. And, of course, for the bitches, Doc Martens. I looked like a weird redneck lumberjack, so I walk out and they're kind of like, what the fuck, but whatever. It's kiss time. We start walking and one of the older guys farts and all the girls laugh. Boom. Found my way in. My friend Travis and I have been making fart jokes for quite some time. So I'm up to speed on this area of humor. Bam, the other guy farts and all the girls laugh even harder. Goddamn. Now I'm thinking all I have to do is drop the biggest fart and literally the girls are going to laugh so hard they're going to each kiss me one by one. I start clenching and squeezing my stomach as hard as I can. I'm walking like a newborn deer. Then I feel it. Got a big one ready. So, instead of just dropping it out and laughing, I wanted to make a big show about it. I run in front of the small group, squat down, turn just my head around, and forcefully shit myself. This was all-out diarrhea. If you didn't know this before, early 90s denim was the least forgiving fabric in the world. Everyone knew. I shit. It's running down my leg, being soaked up by my knee-high socks. Instantly, I just react and start running, kicking up shit like mud off a truck. I've never been to this camp before, so I'm just running for anything. I found a bathroom. Tossed the socks, boxers, shirt, but I couldn't drop the jorts. I can't just walk across the church camp naked. Plus at this point I'm thinking maybe they didn't really see it. I was really confident in my speed at the time, so I was thinking I could say that's my thing. I drop giant farts and run before the smell catches me. Come to find out, not only were the 5 people I shit in front of outside the bathroom waiting for me, but there were like 25 kids. Instantly, I just ran in my docs and jorts combo back to the cabin I was staying in with the other kids chasing me and yelling, "Shit pants." I run to my bed to find all the music nerds I drove up with going through my CD case. It only has the 2 CDs. They are like, what the fuck? Thought you had tons of secret music, bro. Wait, did you shit your pants? So yeah, that was about 4 hours into a week-long trip. I really thought farting would impress these girls. I lost my favorite pair of jorts and a bit of my pride that day. Dating a gymnast in high school. We go to a park and I see parallel bars that are designed for stretching, but I'm convinced I can do a handstand on them because I'm awesome. She keeps insisting they are too far apart, but I don't listen. Attempt said handstand, they were indeed too far apart, so I collapse down, jamming my chest past my hands and strain or tear all the ligaments holding my chest muscles to my breastbone. Good times were not had later or for a long while after. The funniest part is that this was her area of expertise, and you still decided you knew better. He definitely didn't impress her with listening skills or athletic prowess that day. I totally did not. I was a springboard diver, so thought I knew better. She tried her damnedest to talk me out of it, but the username applied then as it does now. When I was a teen, I took taekwondo classes, and there were 2 beautiful girls around my age. They liked to go and have a smoke behind the mall before class. And I wanted to be cool and impress them, so I took up smoking too. It was about 2 weeks in when one girl came to class early, so I went and had a smoke with her. Then the next girl came in and wanted to have a smoke, so I went and had another one with her. When we came back, we started doing our warm-up laps and I felt very queasy. I had to throw up, so ran outside, right next to the Dairy Queen. I threw up all over the glass wall where the cashiers and several people eating looked on in horror. Took my friend to the driving range, and she asked if her insanely hot friend could come as well. Said friend mentions she's never hit a golf ball before, so I'm thinking, jackpot. I've got a way into talking to this girl and an excuse to ask her back out one-on-one if that goes well. Get to the range, hit a couple of warm-up shots while she's getting her clubs rented and she takes the spot next to me. Decided to really crush this ball to impress her and give the swing everything I've got. Missed the ball and clipped the ground and broke the club right off the pole. It proceeds to bounce back and smack me in the face and give me a solid shiner all while she's watching. I wasn't trying to impress anyone, but I worked at a bar with a golf simulator. My boss told me to play around with it to familiarize myself with the software and to hit some balls around. I'd never swung a golf club in my life. My first try, I missed the ball completely and somehow messed up the backswing. The club broke off but managed to stay attached by super flexible carbon fiber long enough to swing around and hit my in the back. Hard enough to leave a pretty good sized bruise. I didn't mess around with it anymore after that. This was this past August, by the way. My first serious girlfriend is home alone and I think this might be the day I get off of second base. I'm all of 13, hormone-addled, and obviously confident this girl is the love of my life. It's midsummer, and I know I can bike the 3-ish miles pretty quickly. I tell my parents I'm going to see my friend right around the block. They warn me that a thunderstorm is rolling in, and I tell them it takes no time to get there. 10 minutes later, I'm only halfway there, terrified, crying, pedaling as hard as I can to go downhill against the wind. My all-metal framed BMX knockoff Huffy doing its best to not get hit with lightning and fuse me to its shiny silver exterior forever. 30+ minutes after that, I pull into her garage and thank God that all the rain has hid the fact I've been ugly sobbing the entire way. Her parents then pull in as I'm literally hunched over trying to catch my breath. I tell them this was the only house I knew on the street and it would have been life-threatening to bike the rest of the way home in this storm. They smile, probably knowing it was a lie, and treated me to a nice dinner. It ends with a very awkward drive home with her father, my bike in the back of his truck. Edit. The distance has to be wrong. The wind was incredibly strong and made me travel at the pace of a fast walk, but that still doesn't feel right considering it took me 40+ minutes. This dad just driving you home like, this poor little dumb ass, he tried so hard. I hoarded a bunch of stuffed animals I won at a local arcade over the summer for this girl I really liked. One night, I thought, you know, tonight's the night. I'm going to surprise my crush with all these stuffed animals and she's going to fall in love with me. So, I threw them in a white garbage bag, walked 2 miles down the road to her house during sunset, and knocked on her door. She answered the door while I concealed the bag of goodies behind my back. She awkwardly asked what I was doing at her house, and I revealed the surprise. She slowly grabbed the bag from me, looked inside of it, and gave me an awkward thanks while closing the door. Right then and there, I realized I miscalculated the gesture and probably looked like a huge creepy fuck. I power walked back home, and to this day, I still think about it from time to time. I think it's my brain's way of punishing me eternally for putting it through that whole thing. I'm loaded with stupid stories like this one, because I am a huge romantic and I tend to get bitten in the ass in one way or another because I just don't see clearly when I'm in the haze of being in love. Edit. Here's another one, arguably more embarrassing. So, to start, I'm a hairy guy. Chest and back just plagued with hair. It's bad. Anyway, about 3 years ago, I had this huge crush on a girl. I had been telling my best friend this girl was literally perfection in my eyes. Beautiful, smart, hilarious, and down to earth. But I couldn't find a way to ask this girl to hang out with me without becoming awkward and making a fool of myself. I mean, I turned into a bumbling fool whenever I just said hi to her or made small talk. So how in the hell am I supposed to ask her out? What was I going to do? It hit me though. This girl does waxing as a side job, and I'm a hairy guy. It's perfect, right? What if I make up an excuse for her to wax me? So, one day, I send her a text and make up a reason as to why I need my chest and back waxed. She, of course, accepts the job, and next thing you know, I'm at her house on my back shirtless. As she's applying the hot wax to my chest, it starts to hit me. This probably wasn't the best way to get her to hang out with me. She applies the strip and rip. Out comes a chunk of chest hair. I am not kidding when I say that fucking hurt. I'm doing my best not to show pain, but it's damn near impossible. My face is giving it all away, and she's having a blast with it. Of course I want to tell her, you know what, forget it. This isn't for me. But I can't. I put myself in this situation just to spend time with her and I can't bitch out now. So I take it. My chest hair and back hair, completely gone. By the end of it, I was filled with regret, bled a little, and I was $50 lighter. I left a broken, hairless man, and I realized how absolutely desperate I was to spend time with her. I took a wax of my chest and back for that girl. But, happy ending to all this, we're currently engaged and we wed later this year. She loves to hold this story over my head because she finds it adorable I took a beating just so I can spend time with her. Mildly embarrassing, but I take it because it makes her smile. Ooh, finally, I can tell this story. My sister was driving me back to college after Thanksgiving break, and there was this cool girl who drove a yellow Jeep Wrangler who I had some classes with. On the road getting closer to the school, I saw a yellow Jeep coming up next to us in the left lane. Of course, I thought it had to be her. I was in the passenger seat and decided it would be a great idea to open the sunroof, stick my head out, and say hello. Mind you, we're going about 60 miles per hour and I wear glasses. I opened the sunroof, stuck my head out, turned to face the upcoming car, and my glasses flew off my face. I am practically blind without them. I yelled at my sister to pull over, and we spent the next 30 minutes wandering around the side of the highway, blinded, to try and find my frames. They got pretty smashed up, but luckily the lenses weren't too scratched. I was able to get some duct tape and a pair of sunglasses at a gas station and rig up the monstrosities I wore on my face for the rest of that semester. No cash for new ones. To this day I still don't know if it was her driving that Jeep. Not really dumb, but kinda funny to look back on now. I wasn't good at sports, but I was fairly quick, so I joined the track team to impress a girl. Turns out the girl wasn't impressed by runners, but I did end up going to state in the 100 meters dash and placing second. I also ended up getting a scholarship for track, so it was sort of a win, I guess. I just realized my entire school choice/career path has been a result of trying to impress a girl. For those asking, my best time in the 100 meter was 10.81 second. I was alone in a park in front of my house. I was standing by the monkey bars just fooling around. I was around 10 at the time. I see a group of around 5 girls cycling towards me, all about 16 years old. Thinking I can impress them, I jump on the monkey bar, still looking at them to show off. Turns out, completely missed the bars. Fell from a 6 feet wooden playground flat on the face. Teeth troughed my lip, crying and everything. They ran over, asked me where I lived and carried me home. They were really sweet about it, but it was pretty embarrassing for me. Also, I took more girls home when I was 10 as opposed to now 10 years later. Time to swing on the monkey bars in my gym. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you like the stories. More to come daily, so don't miss it. See you tomorrow.